The illusion of external validation. In a world driven by likes, comments, and shares, validation from others can feel like a measure of our worth. We seek approval from friends, family, and strangers, believing that it will bring us happiness and success. But the truth is, validation from others is fleeting, unreliable, and ultimately damaging to our growth. The Stoics understood this. They knew that seeking validation from external sources creates a dependency that weakens the self. Epictetus said, "If you wish to be a good man, do not seek the approval of the crowd." True growth comes not from external praise, but from internal strength. Actionable tip. Start by noticing when you seek approval from others. Challenge yourself to seek approval only from within. The trap of constant comparison. Comparison is the thief of joy, and it is directly tied to our need for validation. When we compare ourselves to others, we diminish our own value. The Stoics understood that comparison is an endless cycle, driven by a false belief that others' success reflects our failure. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When we compare ourselves to others, we undermine our own peace of mind. We stop focusing on our growth and start worrying about what others think of us. Actionable tip. Shift your focus from comparison to growth. Celebrate your progress without looking at others. Validation is a form of control. When we seek validation from others, we give them control over our emotions and self-worth. The more we depend on others' opinions, the more powerless we become. In the words of Seneca, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Validation traps us in a cycle of needing approval, which distracts us from using our time to develop our character. True strength comes when we release the need for others' approval and take full responsibility for our growth. This is the path to freedom. Actionable tip. Practice self-reliance. Stop waiting for external approval and start validating your own growth and efforts. The cost of external validation. The cost of constantly seeking validation is high. We sacrifice our authenticity and peace of mind for the approval of others. The more we chase validation, the more we disconnect from who we truly are. Our worth becomes attached to external factors that are outside our control. The Stoics believed that we should focus on what we can control, our own actions, thoughts, and character. External validation is a distraction from our true path. Actionable tip. Reconnect with your authentic self. Focus on your internal values and actions rather than the opinions of others. The power of internal validation. The true power comes from internal validation. When you validate yourself, you take back control of your life. You are no longer dependent on others' opinions to define your worth. You begin to trust yourself, your choices, and your path. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." This is not just about enemies, it's about everyone who tries to control your peace of mind. When you stop seeking approval, you free yourself from the control others have over you. Actionable tip. Practice self-validation daily. Acknowledge your efforts, celebrate your progress, and be your own source of validation. Self-worth without external validation. True self-worth doesn't depend on how others perceive you. It comes from within, based on the integrity of your actions and the values you live by. The Stoics taught that the only opinion that truly matters is your own. Seneca said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." When we stop seeking validation from others, we reclaim our freedom and build a self-worth rooted in authenticity. Actionable tip. Define your worth based on your values, actions, and principles, not the approval of others. The freedom of authenticity. The moment you stop seeking validation, you unlock a new level of freedom. You stop living for the approval of others and start living for yourself. This freedom allows you to pursue your goals, passions, and dreams without fear of judgment. Seneca emphasized the importance of living authentically. He wrote, "A good character is not a burden, but a blessing." When you stop seeking validation, you embrace your authentic self and let go of the need to please others. Actionable tip: embrace authenticity. Stop trying to please everyone and focus on being true to yourself, responding instead of reacting to validation. One of the keys to breaking free from the need for validation is learning to respond instead of react. When someone compliments you, you don't need to seek approval or become attached to the praise. You can simply acknowledge it, feel gratitude, and move forward. The Stoics practiced this kind of detachment from external validation. They didn't ignore praise or criticism. They simply didn't let it affect their peace of mind. Actionable tip: practice responding with gratitude, but without attachment. Let compliments and criticism flow through you, not affect you. Building self-confidence through self-validation. Self-validation is the cornerstone of self-confidence. When you validate yourself, you build an inner strength that is independent of others' opinions. This confidence allows you to take risks, try new things, and face challenges without needing others' approval. The Stoics believed that true confidence comes from within. They taught that by focusing on our own actions and growth, we could develop an unshakable confidence that is immune to external forces. Actionable tip: build your self-confidence by practicing self-validation. Reflect on your achievements, strengths, and growth, and celebrate your progress, letting go of the need for validation. Finally, the key to breaking free from the need for validation is letting go. When you stop needing validation, you embrace your true self. You no longer seek approval because you have found it within yourself. As Epictetus wisely said, we are disturbed not by what happens to us, but by our thoughts about what happens. Let go of the need for validation and take back control of your life. Actionable tip: practice letting go of the need for validation. Focus on your growth, your values, and your inner peace, and let go of the need for external approval. Breaking free from the need for validation is the key to unlocking your true potential. The Stoics taught us that our worth comes from within, not from others' opinions. By practicing self-validation, embracing authenticity, and letting go of external validation, we can live with greater peace, freedom, and confidence. This is how you break free from the chains of validation, by mastering your own worth and living true to yourself.